Sorry, y'all. Now you should be able to hear me now that I was talking to myself. Thank you for the no sound updates. We got it. We got it going on. So, anyway, I'm glad y'all are watching. Hopefully, not too many people turned away when you couldn't hear me. But everything is working now, and we're going to get started. So that's kind of unfortunate for anybody that's watching late. But yeah, thanks, Sandra. Thanks for being one of the first people to comment. I should have been on top of things more, but I was a little slow getting it to share, and it was missing y'all's comments. So I apologize about that. What do we think about this graphic? That's one of the things I was saying. Showing the turkeys. Do we like the turkeys? Do we think they're funny and cute, or are we annoyed by them? Let me know in the comments. That's what they're for. Temperatures are warm today. I was talking about the cold front also while you couldn't hear me, so I apologize about that. How far in are we? Does it say how many minutes we've been live? I don't think it does. But anyway, you could give, I guess, like a heart if you like the turkeys, and maybe don't give a mad face, just comment that you don't like them. But anyway, what we are seeing in this graphic, I think it demonstrates everything we're gonna get leading into Thanksgiving. Today is nice and warm, and I'll talk about why in just a second, but heading into Tuesday, we get really windy, so that's why the turkey is like all sideways. Winds are out of the north 15 to 25 miles per hour, gust 40 miles per hour are now the question. Wednesday, that turkey is probably overdressed, but it is going to be cold, especially in the morning. We're looking at temperatures in the 40s. Now, Thursday, I bumped the low temperatures up a little bit because we're going to see an upper level low moving in. That will keep us with more cloud coverage. Also is going to give us a little bit of rain, and it's going to come from the south, from Mexico. So I don't think we're going to make it into the 40s on Thursday, Thanksgiving morning, but we are going to be rainy and cool and just kind of blah, especially starting things off. So it is a cool Thanksgiving. So another graphic that I've had fun with showing off is of course, the sweater weather that we get to enjoy. I bumped temperatures up on Thursday, so I need to edit that sweater so it makes more sense. But yeah, we are trending still very cool Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, especially cool by South Texas standards. On the 7-day, you'll see our average high and low, and that is going to be 55 is our average low, so we'll be below that starting Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, Friday morning, and then our average high is 75, and we look to be below that all week long. So breaking down that cold front, we've got a cold front right now that is moving across the Lone Star State, right? So we are starting to see a few storms develop ahead along this front. There's something I wanted to look at on this graphic. We are going to add a contour. And on that contour, we would like dew point. And we would like observation data. So it doesn't look like we really have a dry line setup going on. The front may be a little bit back, more like here. And the dew point, so what the dry line is a difference between our moist and our drier, and that's not obvious here, but there definitely is some sort of trough that's going to shift our wind out of the west, northwest initially, before that cold front kind of arrives, and so you'll see that kind of set up here. And essentially, that's one of the things that's going to start to warm our temperatures up, is as this trough kind of slides off the coast, our temperatures are going to warm into the 80s, and it is going to keep us really from seeing much in the way of rain. So there's a low chance we get a little bit of rain as this front slides in. So here's the latest up close all coastal bend area forecast that does show the front and the front passage and the front timing. So 9 a.m. is now. Then as we head into the lunch hour, here we have it. The front, you start to see the wind shifting out of the west, kind of southwest around noon, then west. And there is a chance a few showers try to develop along the front, but most of that activity, if we zoom out, is going to be well to our north. So that's going to be East Texas. There is a severe weather threat for East Texas, and that does include Houston, I'm pretty sure, but definitely Louisiana under some of the worst weather conditions. So here we have it. It's kind of that line from Dallas down through Victoria's not under the severe weather risk, but Dallas to Waco, and then where's a good marking point? So we have Columbus, kind of Bay City area, just to the east even of Matagorda Bay. So anyway, Dallas to Houston is under a risk of severe weather as that front is passing through. So if your travel plans take you to Dallas, Houston, anywhere across East Texas or towards Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, there's a really enhanced risk for severe weather. That's going to be right here. So the green is what we tend to see most of the time, which is why this graphic has the green. Let me get rid of this contour for the whole graphic at least. There we go. So anyway, we have this cold front is going to cause some strong, severe, damaging thunderstorms, especially for Louisiana. So not the best idea to drive that way today. There likely will be some travel delays for any flights that are having to go through this area. Planes will be dodging storms and so forth. So I would expect some travel delays through Dallas and Houston, but definitely for anywhere that's flying into Louisiana, Mississippi. Now, most of this is going to be an overnight event. So as we go back, I don't think we have it enhanced. Nope. So anyway, enhanced basically just means, so both of these are your marginal and your slight risk. So isolated coverage, it's more the coverage that's going to be different for each of these colors than necessarily the intensity of the storms. It is easier to get higher intensity storms once we get in the enhanced, moderate, high level. But overall, it's more isolated to scattered to numerous once we get to enhanced to widespread by moderate, and then high is widespread and devastating storms are expected, and that's rare, and it's definitely rare down here in South Texas. A little bit more common across the southeast, which is where the severe weather threat is today, but definitely thinking about those people that are in the path of any storms that may develop. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. Here's the Texas Futurecast, then we'll go back to the Corpus one. But you can see those storms trying to develop a little bit this morning, but really it's going to be right around lunchtime. So Dallas is under a risk early on, and so the risk of severe thunderstorms in Dallas is pretty low. But as we continue to get daytime heating playing a factor, these storms are only going to grow. So Houston to North Louisiana to Arkansas between noon and 2 p.m. definitely going to be under risk of that severe weather. If you have flights that are later in the day across Houston, it's going to be much better flying conditions by then. There will be some wind changes that shift which direction the planes have to land on the runways and so forth. So that will play a role in delays as well. But as we continue on along into Tuesday overnight, that's when the threat shifts to Mississippi and then even into Alabama and Georgia. Let's see if we can zoom it. Atlanta, of course, a big hub for flights. So Atlanta will have some issues, more so Tuesday, it looks like, than today. Anyway, good morning, Matthew, Sandra, definitely nice weather. Gloria, nice weather, yeah. Okay, a little over 3 minutes. Thanks for all the cute comments. I love to hear it. Thank you, Gracie, for letting me know you can hear me now. Anyway, yeah, that's what we're looking at, that cold front sliding through and creating a severe weather risk across the southeast. Thankfully, not for us. One thing you should be aware of is our wind is going to get stronger. So as the front slides through, here we have it. I think it's going to be a little earlier than what this is showing, actually. I think that's an old cold front. But our wind shifts out of the west right around 1 o'clock, northwest at 2:30, and then we're going to continue. We're going to really see those northerly winds pick up heading into Tuesday morning. So we're talking 30, really along the coast. Once we get into the overnight hours, you're going to see the winds pick up first. We're talking 20, 25, 30 mile per hour winds overnight for areas such as Padre Island, Port Aransas, Ingleside, Rockport, Corpus Christi, and the rest of the area inland. Your winds pick up as the sun comes up Tuesday morning. We'll see 30, 35 mile per hour wind gusts. I think 40 mile per hour wind gusts are definitely possible, but 30, 35 will be most of the wind gusts we see, peaking rarely at the 40 mile per hour number. But then the winds do calm down as we head into Tuesday, and it will be much calmer the rest of the week. So we'll just get the whole week forecast in real fast. So what this front is going to do is it will drop our dew points, which is one of the reasons why our temperatures are allowed to be cooler, much cooler than they were this morning. We were in the low 70s much of the morning because of our cloud coverage. So our temperatures haven't changed too much yet, but they will as the sun breaks through those clouds, which is going to come again as that front slides through. So once we start to see those northwest winds, we're going to start to see more sunshine, and that's going to allow our temperatures to warm up before they even think about dropping. In terms of our wind, it's going to be out of the north, 15 to 25 miles per hour, then northeast Wednesday a little lower. Thursday, variable winds, we'll talk about why in just a second. Then easterly winds return Friday and Saturday, and Friday looks pretty light. So when it comes to that front, we've talked about that and the impacts the front's going to have. Now let's talk about the rain. So what we are watching is a low that's developing to our south, right? This low is in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere, and it's going to slide through. I thought I changed where the low was, but I guess I didn't save it. It is going to slide through regardless of the positioning of that L. It's going to slide through during the day on Thursday. So essentially, what we are seeing is our rain going up. Rain chances go up. The best chance of rain is going to be Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Yeah, I have it still open on my other computer, but the low should be behind the rain is the main problem with this graphic as it updates and so forth. But the rain is going to be, you can see, starting isolated Wednesday night, then becoming a little bit more numerous. I still think it's going to be spotty showers, but more numerous heading into Thursday late morning. Then as the low pushes over the area, it starts to become a little bit more isolated. We'll see breaks in the rain Thursday afternoon and evening, and then it clears out as the low continues to push to the east. Our next best chance of rain comes again ahead of our next cold front, so rain starts to go up then on Sunday. So for now, Thursday morning and Sunday are our best chances for rain in the next 7 days. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast, and that's where we're going to end this. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. Don't forget, you can also follow my Facebook pages, Carly Smith WX, as well as Twitter and Instagram, or X, whatever we are calling it these days. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll do more lives, maybe later in the day, since some people are sleeping in these days, coming up throughout the week. Have a great week, y'all.